Cringe culture has always been a thing on the internet, taking different forms and variations. Even though the modern cringe community can be seen as harsh or annoying, it has reached some mainstream appeal, partially due to other sites like Reddit. As such, specific targets like lolcows are also seen as intriguing. However, due to certain politics, YouTube recently amped up their policy, so channels like iDubbbz and Leafy is Here can't really last. But I think it's good to take a look back to one of the older quote-unquote lolcows of YouTube. A YouTuber who did suffer harassment, but at the same time, got him enough fame and attention enough to be in big budgeted films. And that lolcow was Dax Flame.
Hello Video Diary. This is my first entry. Good morning.
Dax Flame, otherwise known as Bernice Jock III, was a popular YouTuber in 2007. He was a vlogger, usually talking about his time at school or trying to get a girlfriend. Now, that sounds boring, but the biggest difference was that he was really socially awkward. Like, embarrassingly socially awkward.
I decided that it would be funny or cool or something. And I turned and I yelled, P-fight, idiot!
With bad fashion, lack of friends. Oh yeah, and he would yell at his mom too. MOM! A majority of these videos will contain Dax having a meltdown of some kind. The vlogs will be about his unintentionally wacky adventures, usually ending in failure.
I was just walking down the halls dressed like this, and everyone else was wearing regular clothes.
And from time to time, he would make some short films too. My personal favorite was a time where Dax made a documentary on how to fight climate change.
So that is what global warming is. It is pretty much a one-way ticket to Explosion Town. So what is my plan, you are asking? Manifest Destiny, Ocean Edition, or Manifest Ocean.
Oh yeah, I forgot, he likes to wear short shorts.
Manifest Ocean is the theory that we will one day all live underwater. All you have to do is put cannons underneath the water on each side of America. These cannons then shoot at underneath America, knocking the land out from underneath, forcing America underwater. So what do we solve by living underwater? Everything. Yes. Easy. There's no fire underwater. You are about to witness history at its finest.
That's right. In order to stop climate change, we have to build an underwater city. Kinda like Rapture in those Bioshock video games. Now this is woke. Sorry Greta Thunberg, but you're too broke.
How dare you!
Many people took interest, for better or worse. Some to laugh and make fun of him, others wanted to see him to succeed. And in some ways, a bit of both. And it's because of this awkwardness that got him a lot of views. Or what was seemed like a lot of views at the time. Now, I did want to preface that I'm not here to make fun of him. I'm not here to make fun of kids or anything like that. But this crap is literally a decade old, and this guy is like the same age as I am. What I do find interesting was the audience of YouTube at the time. Old YouTube was made for normies, by normies, made up of vlogs and homemade sketch comedy. As such, even normal people, outside more internet-savvy places like internet forums, took interest in seeing this weird kid.
Mistakes on a plane, angry German kids insane, otters holding hands, and my man Dax Flame.
Dax eventually started to notice that a lot of what he thought were fans were actually trolls. And there, he posted the Meltdown video that will make him even more infamous. The video was titled My Last Blog, and currently has 1 million views.
A certain person sent me a message saying, Hi Dax, everyone who watches your blog thinks you're retarded. Everyone, all your subscribers, and they watch because they think you're stupid and it's fun to watch stupid people. If you're watching and you're thinking, hey, this kid's retarded, this is fun to watch, well, I'm not retarded.
But thankfully, this isn't where it ends. Dax decided to give the vlogging one more chance. His sub count increased, and made him one of the top subscribed people on the platform, becoming an infamous figure on YouTube. So much so that he even showed up in a massive crossover with many other YouTubers at the time, like Lisa Nova, The Wine Cone, or this guy. Well, Perez Hilton and Smosh were in it. It's like the Avengers for YouTube in the mid-2000s, but no one remembers it. It's so old that even the well-liked older YouTubers like Shane Dawson or Phil DeFranco weren't even around back then. Dax Flame noticeably stood out due to his acting ability.
Guys, this really is so horrible, isn't it? Lisa Nova really has gone mad.
Yeah, what are we gonna do about it?
We should escape somehow. What do you think?
We gotta figure out some way to
Distracting her.
Yeah.
Cool moves. Do you know what that is?
No.
Are you gonna show me? What is it?
Don't worry about it, Smosh, guys. I will get you out of here in no time. You are treating us unfairly. We do not deserve this. If you do not let us go, then this could happen to you.
There was even a separate skit that involves Dax Flame and Smosh.
I hope y'all like the place. There's a TV if you wanted to watch the TV, and there's lamps. There's beds. You could, if you wanted to. The bed's really springy. You could jump on the beds. We could do chest bumps in the beds if you wanted to. You know, like best friends do, like jump on the beds.
Well, apparently it seems that out of all the skits Smosh done, this was the one that Anthony Padilla regretted making. Dax Flame's YouTube career was doing fairly well. He even interviews Josh Peck from Dan Schneider fame. It was interesting. Maybe a little too interesting. So much so that people became skeptic on whether or not if Dax Flame was real or fake. And this was due in part of Lonely Girl 15, who was #1 most subscribed on YouTube. Like Dax, she was a seemingly normal high schooler just making videos. However, things aren't what they seemed. Lonely Girl 15 was actually a character created by a studio, with storylines created by writers, with the Lonely Girl persona actually being a character. And because of the fact that she was fake, it seemed very likely that people like Dax Flame, someone so odd and weird, could be fake too. Another reason for believing that Dax Flame could be fake was his relationship to another YouTuber, Green Tea Girly.
So I'm now dating, and she's my first girlfriend. Green Tea Girly is.
Who, similar to Lonely Girl, was also a false persona. This was a red flag to a lot of people that Dax Flame was a fake. Even when Dax's career was at its highest, there were still some skeptics thinking that he was just an actor. And one of the most oddest pieces of evidence was the time he got doxxed. And there was one YouTuber in particular who made videos where he searched up his personal info and even went so far to get information from his public schools. Although there doesn't seem to be any malicious intent, I think. This attitude definitely did not age well.
Is the family is threatening to sue you because you're putting up information, possibly putting the family at risk, alright? And I said that I don't think he's using his real name. I'll just say that much, okay? What does that say? If he's using a fake name, he's probably lying. If he's lying, he's probably lying about other things. Keep it going from there.
Yeah, I'm giving this asshole too much benefit of the doubt. Fuck this guy. It's gone to the point where fans nitpick his interactions with other people, what little there is. Like that time where one of his friends, Jacob, came over the house.
Oh my god. He's not going home. He's spending the night.
It's okay, I can go home. It's okay.
No, you... stop. Sorry. Jacob. We're still friends, right?
You spit on me. We were never friends.
Or how he tried to get one of his cousins to help with the video.
Shut up.
No, I'm telling Mom!
They were trying to find out subtle hints of the possibility of him being an actor, with some people thinking that Slab was actually him acting. And then there was that time Dax's mom called him Bernice, while he was doing the final blog video.
Bernice, lights out 10 minutes.
Mom!
With all this talk about Dax Flame being an actor, the quality of these videos aren't very high in the first place. For better or worse, this trend of fake videos did not die off. Rather it be rage videos or pranks on YouTube, it can cause some people to feel betrayed or tricked. But at the same time, this can allow more creative freedom. without the fear of actually causing harm. Even if something is fake, it can still be dangerous, considering that some younger people think it's real. This is more on the prank channels that really try to cross that line to get views, but then there's the pranksters who don't fake their pranks, causing more unnecessary controversy. Then there are the options of the pranks being fake, but some of them appearing to be real, depending on how well the actors were.
And then, like, you can see after she runs out, the guys are like wandering around aimlessly, kind of like confused, like, what do we do? Like, you can see this one guy's walking the opposite direction when she bolts to the door, and I'm like, if this was acting, you think that they would have been a little more focused.
Yeah, they would keep the frame.
Yeah.
You know.
However, there are some series where it can be obvious or subtle that of course it's not real, and that you have to be a complete fool to think that it is, whether it's having over-the-top scenarios, or characters that feel too cartoonishly silly to exist.
What is the minimum wage right now?
I think it's around like $9.
Are you serious?
There you go.
$9 a year? That's fucking stupid.
No.
But where does Dax Flame fall into all this? Thankfully, nothing in the video shows any dangerous content. And at worst, all he does is misbehave and yell at his mother. But what about Dax's character? Is he too unrealistic and too silly to exist? A simple look from other people claims that he's an obvious fake, but then you look at how all the modern lolcows act today. Like how many really weird people exist who are even stranger and totally real. As far as lolcows go, Dax Flame is by far the safest. YouTube in this period didn't have a lot of cringe that we see today, and due to the audience he had, weren't exposed to a lot of the weirder sides of the internet. He has no interest in video games or anime, something I think could drastically change things if he did, and he doesn't really say anything offensive, and despite his love quest, he doesn't come off as a misogynistic creep.
I have a girlfriend. I just need to think of a way to tell her.
And are Dax Flame's experiences really any different from all those weird stories posted on the 4chan subreddit? And what's less cringy, dressing up as Superman in school unironically, or dressing up as Sonic unironically? Even during this time, Christian was just starting out. And again, he was 15, and 15-year-olds are freaking stupid. Okay, maybe that sounds a little too harsh for young Dax. At least he was smart enough not to eat Tide Pods or set himself on fire for views. Suppose Dax Flame was fake, possibly a caricature of this type of person. Then this would definitely be a case of reality being strangers than fiction, because this supposed weird character is less odd than the people who came after him. Dax Flame had a very short time on YouTube. And, okay, what the fuck is he doing? And his channel activity only lasted a year. He starred in a documentary in 2009 called Please Subscribe with other infamous YouTubers during his early years. After that, his uploads became less frequent, and at some point, not even uploading at all. It's not really sure what happened during this time. Maybe it had to do with school, or maybe he got himself into some acting classes. After YouTube, Dax Flame appeared in some movies. He played one of the high school kids in 21 Jump Street, with his acting a lot more improved.
You look really old. Were you held back or something? Or?
No.
What are you doing in here?
I'm here to study.
Good. You could use it. You're pretty far behind, so...
You're behind. I'm ahead. I know everything.
Really? What's a covalent bond?
No, fuck you, man. I don't need to tell you.
I wasn't trying to be rude. Sorry. I don't think you know everything.
I know everything.
Oh, no, but,
give me this.
What? Can we get some bitches up in here? Because, it's just boys right now.
No, you can't.
He was also in Project X, an ambitious party movie. He plays the camera guy in this found footage movie. You'd think he would be a lead, but he barely has any lines. He even gets less screen time in 22 Jump Street, only appearing in one scene. The movies did well in the box office, and he did financially well during the following years. But one thing I find odd is how he was credited. Even in his film career, he still goes by Dax Flame, rather than the name people are saying is his real one. Now keep in mind, Dax Flame was a nickname, with Bernice being his seemingly real name. Dax usually prefers to go by his YouTube name, because he didn't like his real one. This is partially why I refuse to say his name here.
I use a false internet name. I'm sorry for lying. I'm not gonna tell you my real name though. But I still call me Dax Flame. You know, that's what I like to be called. I prefer it this way, where you just think of me as Dax. It's not, I don't like my real name, and I'm not telling you it.
call it a bit of a stretch, but I do think that it was still Dax's idea to use a fake name, and the mother was playing along. The Project X movie had the actors use their first name for their character. As such, Dax Flame's character is referred to as Dax.
Me, Dax.
Thank you, I don't drink alcohol.
Some people think the existence of this name is proof enough that he's an actor, but if he was entirely acting, then why didn't he put his real name out there in the credits for the actual movies? His YouTube channel hasn't gained a lot of traction, so what would be the point? To me, it sounds like there was some truth to these videos. Unlike Lonely Girl, McJuggernuggets, or any other prankster, there was no statement made by Dax himself to confirm or deny that these blogs were fake or real. And most people say it is, mostly by assumption. But nevertheless, it doesn't matter anymore. He has moved on to a good life, and even made a few short films with a lot more improved editing. He also shown up in recent years with an interview with another YouTuber. Also, he written a few books too. Dax Flame was one of my favorite YouTubers when it was starting out. Alongside the AVGN, the Wine Cone, Philip DeFranco, and many others, it was interesting to see some of his wacky misadventures, and the question on whether he was real or not. Dax Flame still had a lot of mystery behind him, and unlike most cases where the harassment only escalates to something worse, Dax managed to make the best out of it. I don't think we'll ever see a case like this ever happening again.